Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. Over here on the Just My Opinion podcast, we talk about everything entertainment in the Cameroonian entertainment industry, in the African entertainment scene. So if you're interested in stuff like that, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button. So, hi Ambassador.
Hello, people. It's your boy Ambassador again doing his thing.
Today we are going to be reacting to this comment from this Facebook post, Morema Media. So the highlight is Burna Boy's FNB Stadium show in South Africa compared to Cassper's recent successes highlight a stark contrast. While Cassper has been consistently filling venues across South Africa, Burna Boy struggled to sell tickets, revealing the real star power in the country. Although Burna Boy enjoys international success, his South African fan base appears limited, as evident from the low ticket sales that prompted a postponement to December 2023. This situation has reignited discussions about why artists like Burna Boy find it easier to sell out arenas outside Africa while facing challenges within the continent. So there is this other post which says Casper has been filling out venues all over South Africa while Burna Boy couldn't even sell tickets. It shows how who's the actual star in SA. Burna Boy is simply not star in SA, but we congratulate him for the success he is internationally. Okay. So first of all, I would say I think if this concert was in Nigeria, it would not have been that difficult to sell tickets. I even think like in other West African countries, like even Ghana, I'll go as far as saying Ghana or even Cameroon, he might not have had that struggle to sell tickets. And I don't even think it's a surprise that Cassper would find it easier to fill venues than Burna Boy in SA. So yeah, this doesn't really come as a surprise to me. What do you think, Ambassador?
So there are many layers to this which I want us to dive into. First, my Nigerian brothers. I always say this. Because I read in the comment section, some of the comment sections. Amber, in one of our discussions, I said, "Look at these people," and somebody was like, "Who is he referring to as people?" Until you're talking to other people, and I'm like, I keep on saying I have no issues with my Nigerian brothers, but at times we have to be objective. But I know there's also that. How can I even call it? Patriotism / self-defense mechanism where before you try to logically look at what somebody is saying, as soon as they start up that foot of Nigerians have done this or you already first take defense. I'm a Cameroonian, at times I do that, so I'm guilty of that too, before trying to look at it. And yeah, it is a fair, should I call it a fair response. So yeah, I'm not bothered about that. But I always just like to Pan-Africanist first. I don't believe in some of those lines which divided us, and so at no point should my opinions. And then the same people in the comment section at one point, I remember when I was talking to Ghanaians, like whiskey does not owe them anything. Nigerians were like, "Yes, Ambassador, tell them." I'm like, so I just give my honest opinion. It's just my opinion, and yeah. But also being on some of these places, I expect the smoke too. So it's okay. I don't. No offense. I'm just saying that when we're on the comment section, let's be objective and after the heat of the moment, try to the intention of what I say. At times, it might have some shock value to it, but also I also really hope that it could provoke some thought. So if it only ends at that heated exchange of insults on YouTube, then I've failed in my mission, what I really intended. But if after that you go back and then think about what I actually said, then I'm still fine with that, even if it insult me at the moment. I'm good. Now, coming to the subject matter at hand, I think first, as you rightly said, most African countries, we like to feel like the world. I mean, like Cameroonians, we even say that Cameroon is a continent.
Right.
And we feel like the world evolves around us. So for a South African to say, congratulations to Burna Boy is a good international act, but he could not fill tickets in South Africa, I'm like, what is South Africa to the world?
Yeah.
If this guy is successful in the world, but you say he cannot sell in South Africa, then is South Africa's loss then? I mean, like, what is this big deal about congratulations, because it's an international act, but he cannot feel in South Africa.
Yeah, he even
What
goes
is
on
so
to say,
wonderful about South Africa?
he says arenas outside Africa. So because he could not sell in South Africa, he has become Africa.
That's one. I'm sure now South Africans will be the ones who will be shooting at me. I'm fine with that. But just listen to what I'm saying and then think about it. Secondly, Burna Boy will fill arenas everywhere in Africa more than Cassper Nyovest. I mean, landslide difference, but for in South Africa. Two reasons. Cassper is from South Africa. Cassper is mainly hip hop. Hip hop is stronger in South Africa compared to Burna's Afro kind of vibe. Hip hop is stronger in South Africa. Secondly, and for me that's the most important part, there could also be a negative backlash, because if we remember, during the xenophobia days, Burna Boy spoke against South Africans. South Africans were like, he's ungrateful. He blew up in South Africa. He was working with the late RIP, AKA. Yes, and now he had an exchange with AKA. I don't even think they were really on friendly terms till AKA died. So there will be that grudge of now he's dead, and after all the things, now you are coming to our country. So there's usually that kind of thing too, of which, so even if, for me, if Burna Boy managed to fill the state or even did half of it, that's a huge success. Because for South Africans to, I know how Africans can be vindictive. For them to swallow that insult, or they'll just be like, okay, we'll show you there are nobody in our country. Even if they like your music, even if they're playing your music back to back in their house, just to prove that point of, you cannot say that to us and then go to court. So all of those things, which it's also in the background, we have to take that into context and then know, okay. But when it's all said and done, for me, I think we should rise above the level of South Africa, Nigeria, Cameroon, this and that. If he's already representing Africa, there are these guys who I don't joke with. I will criticize them at times, but I think talking about them is also helping to push their brands. Every opportunity I have to stand up for these three guys, I will. They're all Nigerians. Davido, Burna Boy, Wizkid. Because the levels which they have put African music at, nobody from any other country has done that to an extent, right? In our modern music, we have all the fellas, we have our Angelique Kidjo, we have what Brenda Fassie did, we have Lucky Dube, all of those great names. Manu Tibango, they did what they did. But I'm talking about the everyday music consumption, urban lifestyle music kind of vibe that cuts across cultures. What the guys like the Davidos have done, it's massive. So I think we as Africans should all propel these guys to the highest level possible. Internally, we might have some of these our exchanges back and forth. Who is this? Who is not what? Etofis who killed Nigeria. We came to Nigeria. We won the African Nation Cup in their field. With Nigerian flag on it, we pulled the flag away. Okay, sorry, let me not over dramatize it. Niger fans, I was on your side. People should know you saw me. I was on your side. So, with that being said, I think when it's things like football, I see the way like Nigerians will support Etofis. They'll call it Samuel Eto'o. There are people, I mean, like Nigerians have sung songs about Etofis all the way. They'll mention him in songs. Davido will talk about Etofis, and so there is no way at a certain point when somebody is now representing Africa globally, we as Africans should all carry them. So I'm saying that for me, I think South Africans should carry Burna Boy as high as they can, because when he breaks through, he opens doors for Africa, not just Cameroon. When Etofis does what he does, he opens doors for Africans.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. I mean, I would want to say I'm a Pan-African first, but I would say mentally, I think I know I should be a Pan-African first, but I think emotionally, Cameroon is still number one for me. But I am totally for the idea of Africa, Pan-African mindset. We should work together.
But just to push back, right? If you make a man to have to choose who is his favorite child, at a certain point he has to choose. Or who is his favorite parent, he has to choose. But ideally, you should not make him have to choose.
Yeah.
So if you push my back to the wall, even in Cameroon, I'll support Cameroon. But if you push my back to the wall, I'll tell you that I'm from the English-speaking part of Cameroon. You also push my back to the wall, I'll tell you I'm from Boya all the way. Be veiled to death, I'll support Boya. So you see that there are those differences now. I'll support Cameroon, but if I have to choose, I'll choose Boya over Cameroon. I'll support Africa, but if you push my back to the wall, I have to choose Cameroon over Africa. So that all of those things, but ideally my mindset is I think African.
Yeah.
Because in thinking African does not mean less than thinking less of Cameroon or of my town Boya. All of those things are in Africa. So in thinking Africa, I'm still doing all of these things for these places. And everything I'm starting from those places to Africa, but I'm thinking Africa.
Yeah. Okay, let's proceed to talk about our sponsors, Echo.online.
As always, as I said, let's think African. Echo.online is one of those tools you have been built to monetize the art for African artists. So it is fully functional in places like Nigeria, Cameroon, South Africa. It has been tested there. It's adapted to the payment methods. Your fans can buy your music directly, buy your merchandise, buy your tickets. As I said, for the artists, the first step, build a strong following, build a fan base, build a community, or you can tell them that I'm selling tickets. People know that by booking for this event on his fan base, based on his fan base, he can sell 20,000 tickets, 1,000 tickets, 10,000 tickets. That's your economic value. When everything's just based on likes and comments does not really compare to money like that. But online is one of those places which is adapted for business. So build your community on Echo.online. Go out there, get your fans, create a profile on Echo.online, share the link on all your social media handles. Intentionally tell your fans, follow me on Echo.online, so that when you put out anything which you have to monetize, you easily get to your fans and you can make the money. Because I think what we are really lacking that kind of is that money and those tools to help us monetize our art. So Echo.online is one of those answers to these prayers. And guys, check it out and then you thank me later. Ambassador said so.
Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. As usual, we want to hear from you. What do you think? It's just my opinion, just the ambassador's opinion. So feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. And of course, keep things civil. Try to keep things civil and let's stay on the fact and let's have a very reasonable, sane conversation. But yeah, thank you guys for watching either ways. And like I said, subscribe, hit the notification
and
button.
those who insult me in the comment section, when you insult me at dialect, please translate the insult. At least
right.
I should
understand. Yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in and see you guys next time. Bye.